Nothing much. How are you? Oh yeah,
I'm
get,
good. Like
get hydrated.
life is beautiful.
Oh, that's good.
How was your week?
Okay. It was cool. It was cool.
Very productive.
It was productive enough. Enough for me to not say I wasted a week, I guess. I didn't find a cure for cancer or anything special.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, everything's good. All right. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, cool.
Welcome to Uncomfortable Truth Podcast. I'm your host, Lamore Royster.
And I'm your co-host, Lindsay.
Thank you for joining us, and let's convo.
All right. So, what you got for me?
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Brace yourself.
Oh God.
All right.
I'm not ready. All right.
Is it true? The more you know, the angrier you will become.
The angrier?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely was happier before I knew certain things.
Yeah.
I felt like, unfortunately being realistic means being a little bit negative because there's a lot of negativity in the world. Doesn't mean you have to be like nasty, but there's definitely things that I wish I didn't know. It almost like ruins things. Like you ever watch a movie or a show, whatever it is, and you realize that something would never go that way in real life.
Yes.
So you can't really appreciate the movie or the show because you're like, man, that ain't gonna that's not how that works. And then you just get all riled up on the inside. So that's me. So yeah, that's my answer. How about you?
No, I totally agree. And I think that's why people shouldn't be looking at their girlfriend phones and stuff like that.
That took a turn.
Yeah, nah, it's on the same topic. Because it's on the same topic because they already have an intuition, that they know that the person is cheating and stuff like that. Instead of just leaving it as that, going about their business, they want to dig. And like you said, the more they learn.
I wasn't talking about that.
The bigger they get come.
See, I answered the question. I thought we were talking about general life, and then you done pivoted.
Nah, I was just using that as an example, but yes. But general life, yes.
Okay.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Like you may learn that your favorite hot dog got pork in it or something.
Well, I don't mind that, but I will say when people mention that, like being from Philly, scrapple is a thing. And I know for a fact scrapple was made with a bunch of different meat body parts. Yeah. And I'm just like, I didn't need to know that, but I'm still gonna eat it. Didn't make me angry. It just had me like, damn. Like I don't know what I originally thought it was. I just did. It was scrapple. It was made of scrapple. Like that's how I felt.
Yeah, like I eat crab legs, and I'm like, oh, this is good. It's good. But nothing never kicked in my head that the thing that's connected to these legs got to be huge. You know. And that never crossed my head. So one day,
like Alaskan king.
Yeah, like the things like this long.
They're scary.
So imagine what the body looked like.
No,
so
imagine if he got a hold of you.
Yeah, so I don't eat crab legs no more because of it.
Because they're big?
Yes, I don't eat crab legs no more. I still eat regular crabs, the small ones, the blue ones that people hate.
So because you're afraid of the crab leg?
No, it just creeped me out if I seen what it really looked like. And how to give birth and all that. Like it just.
You know the little crabs are the same, right?
Yeah, but it's little. It's not.
Okay. As long as you I'm in support of people's little, because I have them too, like little weird things that don't make sense. But as long as you acknowledge they don't make sense, and it's how you feel.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it don't make any damn sense, but that's just how you feel. Yeah. I support that.
Yeah.
Because I have things like that too.
All right. Do you believe knowledge is a curse and a gift?
Yeah, it goes definitely back to what we were just talking about. Yeah. It's rough. Genuinely do feel like people who are unaware of the things going on in life are generally happier. Here's the thing though, I want to know what's going on. I think it makes you empathetic. I think it makes you sympathetic. I think it makes you relatable. It makes you pleasant to be around when you have an idea of how people are and why they are the way they are, and the different things, the different ways things can affect other people. So I think it's necessary, but it just makes you feel like crappy sometimes. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Sometimes I wish I didn't know things, but like I said, it makes you who you are. So whatever.
No, that makes sense. Like, look at movies that portray stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Somebody from the country, they make them seem like they simple. They understand nothing, you know. So I go like you said, it's a knowledge is a curse and a gift.
Yeah. All right. So I have something for you.
Okay.
So I was swiping on Instagram and I saw this question. I said, that is a great question. All right. So I'm pulling it up. So I have to save it. Actually, it wasn't a question. It was a question that I had for you, but initially it wasn't a question. So it's a list of the least attractive hobbies for men according to women.
Okay.
And I figured this would get you all riled up too.
All right.
All right. So some of these I agree with.
Okay.
But some of them I'm just like, really? So anyway, one of the main things was playing video games. Next, we have collecting figurines. Magic tricks. That's one where I'm just like, please, I'm not saying it's unattractive, but don't do no damn magic tricks. Online trolling. That is extremely unattractive. Gambling. Well, that can lead to a lot of stuff, so I'm not a fan. Building model trains. Taxidermy, you know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, creepy. Comic book collecting and bird watching. So you as a man, right? Which of these, because it has to be at least one where you're just like, I kind of agree with that.
I agree with most of all of them. Tell you the truth.
Dang.
Like,
okay.
I said most of all of them. Like bird watching, that's a hobby. Like you shouldn't be mad at something like that.
Right.
It's not like either he collecting stamps. Like, you know. So
that's not cool.
Yeah. Like bird watching, you know, birds are cool. Like certain like if I see an eagle, I'm like, oh shit, look at that.
Okay, all right, fair. All right. Taxidermy, I'm sure you agree with that one.
Yes, it's creepy, but like you gotta make a living though.
But no, it's a hobby.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's not making a living.
Oh, yeah.
It's just I just like to stuff dead things.
Yeah, it's depending on what he's stuffing. Like if it's every day in the neighborhood, yeah, it's crazy. But if it's a bear or something like that, cool. All right. I don't want to taxidermy a bear one day, like just to do it. Like
magic tricks. How you feel about that?
No.
No.
Man.
All right. In online trolling.
Trolling, like trolling's cool.
Are you serious?
Yeah, trolling's cool.
Spreading negativity and being ignorant and nasty to people.
He's been doing it for years, and everybody loves him.
That doesn't. You should not model yourself after rich assholes. That is not the way to go, especially if you're not rich. Well, actually, that's not what originally worked for him. He had to get to where he was in order for that to work. And at some point, because it's not the end of his life. At some point, that might come back and bite him.
I don't think he could do anything wrong though.
Eventually, people felt the same way about Diddy.
Nah, everybody hated Diddy for years though.
Not everybody. A whole lot of people did. Maybe the people you knew, but a lot of people really liked Diddy. They would make excuses for everything. He'd be like, "No, he just spreading love. He just this, he just that." A lot of people like Diddy, and now people are like, "Holy crap, he was doing what he did, and we have it on camera." I'm just saying, you can't keep doing the same messed up stuff forever and expect it to not turn on you at some point. But okay. Anywho, so yeah, all right. So, and how you feel about gambling?
Gambling, it depends on how much he gamble. If he like, if he gambling all the time, he gambling your house away and stuff like that. Yeah, really unattractive. But if he gambling and he winning and like he's not doing it all the time, what's wrong with that? Especially if you live in a town where it's like casinos all the time.
Okay, yeah, as long as it's with your money.
Yeah. When I was in the Midwest, I seen mad casinos. Crazy.
Yeah. What state?
Texas and Oklahoma.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why they would be in. I mean, it's random Texas to me that they would have a lot of casinos. Yeah. I don't know why.
I was on a bus for mad long going from Texas to Oklahoma and had to go straight through Texas. And I seen mad casinos and smoke shops. No, not smoke shops, but I seen smoke shops after I got into Oklahoma.
All right. So I have another question.
Okay.
All right. So how do you feel about nepotism? Is there anything wrong with it in your eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a lot wrong with it. Okay. Especially if you're going to give the job to your nephew or any family member or friend that's not qualified for the job.
So you feel nepotism is bad if the person can't do the job?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Like, because they can't do the job and you could have hired somebody that could actually do it.
Right.
Or you dedicated them the job because you didn't want to give the minority the job or something like that. Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay.
But if it's, benefiting the company, benefiting you, and it's working, yeah, I think it's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. So nepotism isn't bad, it's just how you nepotize.
Yeah. Right.
I don't even know if that's actually the term we use, but you know what I mean.
I like that.
Nepotize. Okay, all right, cool. What you got?
Okay. My next question for you is, do Black men have a lot of pressure dating, especially when dating a Black woman?
Do they have a lot of pressures? You mean a lot as in like more than anybody else?
Yeah. So basically, they pressure is take care of the girl. You gotta pay the girl bills and stuff like that.
So cut me off if I'm answering incorrectly, okay? I think they have the same pressures as any other group of men, because Black women are not the first or the only group of women to require them to pay bills. When you go to, if you're talking about like brown culture, like Indian, Bengali, like in the Middle East, it's expected that men take care of and provide. And a lot in like historically white households, men provide. So I feel like if anything, Black men feel that it's more pressure from Black women because they, and this is just a theory, because they feel like we should be accepting less.
I see more pressure because nowadays in the Black culture, you gotta have certain things. So a Black man dating a girl, like, have a certain amount of money. He may have a car too for certain girls.
But that's no other requirement.
He can't have a roommate. He gotta have an apartment.
But that's not a different requirement.
It is.
It's not.
It's a lot of pressure.
I'm saying they have the same pressures as other men. That's what I'm saying.
But not really.
Why not really?
I think
because white men, if we're gonna stereotype, they have cars, they don't have roommates, and they can provide. Other men can do the same thing. So why do Black men feel so pressured to be the same?
Because they're doing it themselves. Now, a white couple will get together and they will bring the income together. So is she making $50,000, he making $50,000, then the whole house will make $100,000.
So you feel that these Black women that's
not happening in that kind of.
We're talking about in Black culture.
No, it's not.
My Black people, it's 50-50 or everybody. So what Black people are you talking?
It's 50-50 is different from combining the house.
Well, you just said the white household, the woman is making 50, the man is making 50. Yes. So that's 50-50.
Yes,
no?
But I'm saying the income is combined.
Yes.
Like other Black culture not doing that. A Black guy would meet a girl, start dating her. His money is his money, is in his bank account. It's that her money that, and they may pay for certain things. Like I know somebody that's been married for years.
Yeah.
And their relationship is she paid like he paid the rent and she paid the cable bill.
Okay.
And like if they want furniture or something like that, they wait for a certain amount of time a year, like new income tax, and then they buy a new sofa or a new TV or something like that.
So you feel, but they're still contributing to the household.
But I'm saying like it's not gonna buy a household. Like they not finding their taxes together. They not.
That's stuff, but what's wrong with that?
I'm saying it's not a combined household.
But that is a combined household. Just how you.
No, it's still separate. Because if he leave tomorrow, he could take his money and stuff. And
more so what I'm getting at is, but that's the same thing when you file joint. Just next year you file single. Like that, the way you file your taxes is completely unrelated. I will say that there's people, yes, you do that for different reasons, and then at the end of the day, so taxes are a little different. But I guess what I'm getting at is, as long as you're contributing, because I think maybe what my issue is, and what may be making me jaded in answering the question is, I don't think that's Black culture. I think that depends on the couple. Because in 2024, couples function very differently than they did in the past.
All right, I'm gonna give you a perfect example.
Okay.
All right. It was a video I seen. It was an Arab guy, right?
Okay.
He drove a Lamborghini. He worked at like McDonald's or something like that.
Okay.
All right. Okay. You see your face, right? You see your face. You see her face, right?
He worked at McDonald's and he had a Lamborghini.
Lamborghini, right?
Which McDonald's is this?
I'm gonna tell you the story. Like I'm gonna see, come find a video too and send it to you. So they're like, yo, how can you afford this? You work at McDonald's. He said, it's 10 people that live in my house. We all make this certain amount of money. We all put money in this pile. Now we all got luxury cars and stuff like that. They put their money together to get the stuff that they had. So the houses they got, the stores they got, the cars they got, they put the money together.
I get that, but you do understand that they were clearly already making a certain number.
No, it's not that. It's like they all got meaningless jobs.
Because if you and I put money together, we ain't getting no Lambo.
Like I'm saying, they all got. I'm saying they all combine they wealth together, so because it's one household.
Yeah.
So if they all making, say they all making $30,000 a year, right?
Okay.
All right. They all got good credit, stuff like that. They could all co-sign or put. Like you're saying, they knew how to put this out. They knew how to come together to get a Lamborghini.
So you say as Black people we can't do that. We don't.
No, we can, but we're not doing that. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think it depends. You know how we talk about it's different environments. I think that really depends on a perspective, because at the end of the day, like I definitely do see Black households putting it together. Like that's what you do. I don't know if you're talking about siblings or partners, but I'm not putting anything together with my siblings.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Okay, so we're talking about partners.
You're talking about partners.
Yeah, they do put their money together. No, I need to talk to the people you know.
No, they take care of the household together. Yes, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm saying it's not a combined household. It's not.
What does that mean?
Not like, for example, like you got me going through loops trying to get this.
I'm gonna need you to be precise and accurate. Okay, I'm ready.
I put a video in the group chat, and they saying each household we are dead last.
Okay,
but we spend the most money.
Yes.
All right. We make $50,000, $55 minimum a year. Black people, 55 minimum a year, but we spend like $1.2 billion a year.
Yes, we purchase a lot. I agree.
Yes, that's saying that's because our households is not organized. It's starting in the household. It's not organized because this is why we spending all this money and stuff that. But the other people, they keeping that money inside the family, inside the household. You know, they using that money to build their credit. Now, like for example, Indian family, it's 5 people. Like I said, 10 people in the house. The mother may have bad credit. So they all may have bad credit. Say like look, we all make this kind of money. Let's give mama credit good first. Now the mother credit is good. She got 750 credit card now. It's that they still all working their jobs. Now they work on Billy. Now they work like black people not doing that. But these other cultures are doing that. They making sure that their families are good. Like I just seen a video. It was a true trauma story, and with a lady, with a guy moves his brother in, and that in Indian culture, the older brother got to take care of the younger brother as the parents die.
So we are talking about it because actually we were talking about siblings and stuff.
No, I'm just using that as an example.
Okay.
Because I'm saying.
So in the original question, what scenario were you talking about? Partners, or are you talking about a whole family?
Partners.
Okay. So let me see if I got it right. You're saying that a black couple, hypothetically, may not put their finances together and try to hypothetically buy a Lamborghini.
No, I'm not saying.
Okay, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm trying to make sure I'm following.
I'm saying black culture, a black man and woman, right? They not combining their wealth, or they don't have a combined wealth. You may be a black couple out there where the woman's working but the man's not. Or the man's woman's not. So it's only one income in the household. That is one person got to pay all the bills.
Okay, but you do know that's not just us. Right?
I understand it's not just us. I understand we got poor white people, we got poor Indian people.
But that's not a poor thing. Sometimes that's just a cultural thing. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people that still remember back in the day. There were a lot of stay-at-home wives, and some men still believe that their wives shouldn't have to work. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I think, like I said, I think my issue is just putting on black people because there's a lot of reasons as to why we do it. And there's a whole lot of reasons as to why other groups do it, but we don't focus on why they do it. We talk about bringing us down.
Yeah, this was like off topic, but I'm gonna give you a perfect example of unity of another race, right?
Okay.
Like the person, like this ACS lady, right? Okay. She told me ACS, child services. Okay. She told me a story once, right? She said they took a Jewish kid once. Took a Jewish kid. Took him to the place. The place is on. It's on like on Fulton, and like Fulton and like oh man,
Brooklyn.
It's in Brooklyn, yeah. Okay. It's like Fulton and Franklin Avenue or something like that. It's like on the side, and they took the Jewish kid there. They said by the time they got there, 5 minutes later, the whole front was full of Jewish people. Right. The men in them give the kid back. The kid was being abused. You know, they get that kid back.
You feel like black people don't do that?
The black people do, but they don't get no results when they do it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Do you understand that's not our fault? No, I'm dead serious. If you're going to use that example, I will say this. Unfortunately, society does not take us serious.
Yes, and why is that? Because we not.
No.
We could unite for one thing, yes, but like we could unite for one thing, but when we unite for that, it even comes out 2 ways when we unite. Okay, violence. Look what happened with George Floyd. They started looting stores and all that.
No, wait. That was not just black people.
I know. Understand that.
Okay.
I understand that. I'm just saying. It happened to a black person, and the cause of it uprise society, and most of the people that was uprooted was black
because we were protesting. People took the opportunity to take advantage.
That's true too. I see cops breaking windows in those videos. Like I know. I'm just saying. Like
I think there's a way that unfortunately that society makes us look, and we also fall into it.
Exactly.
But we fall into it by believing it, because that's why I say, unfortunately, and I'm not even saying that people don't support the stereotype themselves by doing these things, right? But like I said, I think, again, emphasis on, I think it was a bit of a generalization that black people don't do a thing, because like I said, my group of black people, we do.
Nah,
the ones that don't.
Nah.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
You got groups of black people out there. It's just that it's not a lot. It's how our culture is. Like,
But why?
I was hustling with my family, right? I had like 20 grand.
Mhm.
Had like 20 grand. The person, my family, my cousins had way more than me because we worked for them. Right? They had that money. They had the money. I know one of my cousins, he had 100 grand. He had 100 grand inside his closet, top of the thing, you know? So they got this money, right? I had 20 grand. So I sat in the living room with them. I said, look, I got this money. And I said, yo, let's buy a house. Like, I'm like, we all got hundreds of thousands, like we got money. Like, let's buy a house. Nah, put it in the bank, cousin, like to save it, this and that. This and that. It's not the point of saving the money. It's that all those people I just mentioned, one killed himself drinking to death. Okay. The other one, the $800,000 he had in it, blew it. You know. Now he in a whole another state trying to build his money back up. Isn't that same guy I told you about that said moved to another state after he blew the 100 grand. He went to the dough fund, got $25,000-$30,000.
But did they say they were going to save it though?
No, I'm saying. I'm just telling you like what they did.
No, I understand what they did. What I'm saying is, did they originally say I'm going to save it, and then they did it anyway?
Yes.
Okay, well that just sounds like a lack of discipline and maturity.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's not a black thing.
It's a black thing.
Immaturity and a lack of
with handling money, yes. Handling money, yes. I just told you that we spend $1.2 billion, but only make $55,000 a year.
Okay.
So yes, we very ignorant with money. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to the next question. Would you pay for the first date?
No, I would go 50-50
at
least.
So you would never pay for the first date or no dates at all?
No.
But the men pay different dates, first dates all the time.
That's nice. Men also have penises. They make more money. They have facial hair. We all have a lot of differences here. We want to name differences.
So that's why you wouldn't pay because the men make more money?
I said I'll go 50-50. What's wrong with that? Is that a problem too?
No, not a problem.
Because I know y'all like to have an issue with if we dare say we don't want to put money up for something.
50-50 is basically saying like it's paying for more than your own share, but like because you never know how much he ate or how much you ate. But like
with the reason you're not gonna buy a bottle and I didn't drink any and now we split it.
But usually, that's basically like saying you buy your own food. Basically, you buy your own food.
Yeah, I feel we don't know each other. We are meeting up to see if we want to continue to get to know each other. If you want to treat, great, I'll take it. But I have no problem paying for my portion, especially if I don't like you. I'd be like, yeah, I got this. I got myself. Because I don't want you to think I owe you anything. Being on 50-50 is fine. Also, in this economy, I don't treat most people. Drinks are $20 on average in Manhattan, okay? Or maybe on average 18, but I've definitely spent over $20 for a cocktail.
Yeah.
I'm not treating shit. I may not treat my damn self. I'd be like, I ain't drinking tonight.
Nah, I had my $200 bills before.
For how many people?
2.
Okay.
What is your opinion on the ratio on who pay for the dates? So basically, you say you're in a couple, and that was together for 5 years.
Okay.
Like in those 5 years, how many times the girl paid?
Oh, I have no idea.
In your opinion, like what?
Do we have the actual number somewhere?
No.
Oh.
I don't even think that's a real statistic. If it is, I wouldn't really believe it.
Why wouldn't you believe it?
Because they're not really asking a certain amount. You never know what will in that statistic to get that answer.
But you use statistics, don't
certain ones. And
those are accurate.
And I always say,
that's how
I always say the same. And I always say the same thing. I could Google it though. It's not a problem.
I mean, no, I'm not saying you have to. I was just asking if we were going off a specific number, trying to see who got closer. I'm like, who wins the prize? Okay. But no, it's not a big deal. I mean, I genuinely have no idea. Depends on how the couple works, right? Like if the woman is making 20K and the guy's making 100, I would think that he was paying for everything. I remember when I was in college with my college boyfriend, we would go back and forth. It depended on who was making money at the time. It was usually me because I had multiple jobs. But
it says researchers found that young men, and this is New York Times. Researchers found that young men pay for all or most of the dates around 90% of the time, while women pay only about 2%. They split around 8% of the time. So that's you.
Mhm.
You 8% of the time. On sequential dates.
Mhm.
Splitting the check was more common most common. Men still pay a majority of the time, while women really did.
Cool. Is that a problem for you?
It's not a problem. I don't got no problems.
Oh, no, I'm just asking. I said, is this something that bothers you?
It's just crazy to hear that.
How is that crazy?
Because women only go Dutch 8% of the time,
Yes.
and women only pay fully only 2% of the time.
But we talked about this multiple times. Who set this up?
Exactly
Who?
Men.
Oh, okay. I was making sure. I was like,
That's okay.
oh, okay.
That's okay.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, y'all set it up, and now y'all upset because of the stuff y'all set up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So, but no, like I said, because I don't want you to feel like I owe you anything. And also because I know the stigma out there right now. Oh, these girls just want free dinner. I don't need free dinner.
But you realize men only do that to see if the girl white like them, though, right? So it's really there's no point in going.
Do what to see?
If a man pay for going on a date with a girl, he only paying like in reality is he doing that just to see if she like him. Because if she don't like him,
that's what
he paid money and she going forever, and he probably never see her again. Or or if she do see it, it's not going to be nothing like that.
That's always how that works, though.
Yeah, but that's crazy. People probably don't realize it though. I didn't realize it until I figured out the right the questions.
I guess. I mean, it's not that crazy to me. Like I said, it's as progressive as society is right now, we're still very much not progressive at all. So, it makes sense to me. I think there's more and more women that are doing it, and for different reasons. Now, a lot of the time, and I hate to say this, but I'm not even gonna make this a race thing. I'm making it a generational thing. A lot of the male group, you're not as employed as us. So now we're doing a little bit more. We're paying a little bit more because like it's a lot of y'all living with your girls, and we're paying the rent. So I'm just saying they always making us look like we're the problem. And I want to know who got that statistic because I'm just like, it's a lot of women out here that are paying the bills for their men, and their men are sleeping at multiple women's houses.
Nah, you that's true. You got women out there taking care of that. I seen a couple of videos like that. The lady girl, it was a video of the day I seen. The girl came in the house. The house was filthy. All she asked to do was clean
the house, and he couldn't even do that. He was playing video games, wasn't he?
Video games, chips on the floor. But I also seen videos where women just sitting in the bed doing the same thing, throwing shit in her husband like, "This is how I live," and he cleaned up after her. So I seen them both sides. But like when I see the men doing shit, it's vexing. Like the girl be attractive sometimes. The girl be fire. And you tell me you can't even please her by cleaning up?
Yeah. And if she stays, I was gonna make a generalization. That was really mean. Never mind.
Like you should have made it. You should have made it.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say I think that speaks to your self-esteem. But whatever. Also, I was gonna say also your situation, but then again, if he's not contributing, then I guess you can pay the rent just fine and he don't need to stay. I don't know. All right. So something I have noticed about myself lately is that each year I lose more and more discipline. Like, I don't know what it is, but when I was younger, I had very specific ways of doing things. And, like I always had this policy with myself. After 10 o'clock, I don't do anything. That means I don't online shop. That means I don't do anything because for me anyway, my brain starts to get a little funny and I do dumb stuff. And I wake up the next morning and I say, man, why the hell did I buy that? Yeah. So I still haven't breached that rule that I have for myself, but it's just other things that I've done where I'm just like, why can't you go? You said you're going to bed at 10 tonight. Why are you up? Why? And I just feel like I was so much better at this when I was younger. So have you realized that you have more discipline now that you're older, or you have less?
I got more.
More, okay.
Yes. Like, I don't eat candy. Like, if I do, it's a couple of pieces.
That used to be a big thing for you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I go to the store, buy $5 worth of candies, chips.
So Halloween was your thing.
Yeah, like I used to love like snacks. Like I hardly eat snacks. Like if I do, it's somewhere I'm working at. Like I'm at the Met or something like that. They got cookies on this display. Yeah, I may grab 2 of the cookies.
So is it because you just don't like they don't
I think my
satisfy you to snack?
Yeah, I think my taste buds change.
So what about something that you still like, but you're just like, no, I'm not gonna do that? Because that's what because I want to stay up and watch TV, and I'll be like, no, I'm going to bed. Next thing I know, it's like 11 o'clock, and I'm still watching TV.
Yeah,
and I'll be mad I'm tired.
That's true. Like binge watching stuff. Like I try not to binge watch nothing. So I won't watch TV no more at all. Cause I know if I watch it, I'm going to binge watch. So I would never go on like Netflix and like, yo, let me see what Buffy about, you know, and sit there and watch Buffy all the way straight through. Like, so I don't watch TV. I watch YouTube and I watch it in like bleeds, like maybe 15 minutes here, 20 minutes here. Like the longest I do watch it is making questions like this. So I may watch 3-hour video, three videos like 40 minutes long. You know,
so you just try to cut yourself off from anything that's gonna have you sitting there for 6 hours.
Yes. Only time I watch something like on YouTube is I'm eating.
Okay.
You know, to keep me busy instead of me just staring at the wall eating. You know,
right.
Like or like smoking and something like that. But other than that, I'm not watching no TV.
Okay, well that's my biggest kryptonite. So I commend you. Candy was never a huge thing for me. Cakes and cookies, and I have no discipline in that area. I literally have been pre-diabetic I've gone back and forth, but I pretty much stayed in pre-diabetic range. I had a nutritionist that's just like, why do you do this? And I said, first of all, don't ask me that question like it's an easy answer. All right, it's hard.
You got to use insulin?
Huh?
You have to use
no, I'm not diabetic. I'm pre, which means if I keep it around, I will be, and it runs in on my mother's father's side. So, which is funny too, because I was talking to my mom when I was like, oh, I'm pre-diabetic. My doctors put me on medication, and she said, I've been pre-diabetic for years. I said, what you mean years? She was like, at least since you were born. And I'm like, you never tried to fix this or try. She was like, no, they just made it seem like it was just a regular state to be in. I'm just like, no, that's a bad doctor. And then I thought my grandfather was a one-off, like, cause he had diabetes. But then she was like, no, like, I remember like he had siblings and uncles who had like legs amputated. And I'm like, whoa, you never thought to tell me this?
Yeah, I had an uncle that had his leg amputated because of it.
Yeah, no, and then I'm over here talking about I'm not gonna eat the whole cake and eats the whole cake. So I don't know what about me doesn't love myself, but clearly that's what the situation is.
I glad you stopped though. I glad you stopped though.
I didn't stop.
Oh.
I still do that's my problem with discipline. I'm trying to. Drugs and alcohol are not my thing, but sweets.
You go to the gym?
I used to before my injury.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so I need to I'm glad you.
Yeah, I forgot you got injured from the gym, right? Like that, right? I remember. Yeah, I remember.
But I did go to the gym for the first time since March. First time since March. On Friday. No, today's Friday. On Thursday. I'm very proud of myself. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Have you ever dated a guy and his friend could sing?
No.
Have you ever met a guy that could sing?
No.
I just want to know, like, people online make it seem like it's attractive to have a guy like that around your girl.
I mean, I get. See, all right. I was about to see. This is where I start to see you about to get me ready to fight again. All right, so this is my thing. I don't know why you insist on trying to make it seem like we just so damn easy. A guy can sing, and all of a sudden we're gonna jump ship from one guy to the next because he can sing.
I didn't say that she's gonna phone him and make him smash. I just said like the guy that sings. Like
nice singing voices are nice from any I'd rather not hear you, pitchy and yeah. I don't want to hear what Diddy did in songs. I don't need to hear that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I also don't need to hear Drake with his auto-tune. So yeah, so I would like to hear someone who can actually sing. Do you think men who can sing are a problem?
I don't know. I never have been around a guy that could sing around my girl. So I can't.
See, what you should have said was no, because I'm confident in myself and whatever he can do has no bearing.
I did that too, but like I can't answer the question because it never happened to me. So I can't be justified, But yes, I wouldn't care anyway. He could have her. If she want to go, she could go. He could have her. Snap. Make tag team together. Like switch.
And see, and that's why sometimes I be wanting to lay hands with you. All right. How do you feel about Beyonce having a whiskey brand?
Everybody else got liquor. Why she can't have no liquor?
I might even try it. Answer.
I might even try it.
I like that answer. I would try it if I drank whiskey.
I don't drink whiskey, but like I said, I would try it.
Yeah. If you put it in a cocktail, but then I feel like you wouldn't notice I wouldn't know how good it was if I put it in.
Want to hear a story about the first time I had whiskey?
Oh Lord, I feel like this is gonna be funny.
All right, so I was with my cousin, and we met two girls. They was Haitian, right? One was butt ugly, one looked good, right? So like we like, yo, so we don't know that we teenagers, like we teenagers. I'm probably like 16, so like I can't go buy no liquor. So he like, yo, he like, my brother got a bottle of whiskey in there, so he go get it. It's 40 years, it's age. It's like 40 years old, and all that. Got the thing around it and all that. So I popping this, we pop it. So we getting drunk with the girls and all that, and he like, this girl ugly, let's switch. So I'm like, yo, my cousin want to switch. Like, nah. She said, you gonna try to do something with my sister? I said, nah. I said, but you want to switch? Let's see what happens. Like, so we switched. He went in a different bedroom with that girl, and I stayed with the sister. I didn't touch the sister, nothing like that. She comes back and like, yeah, your cousin boring.
like
he didn't like, she didn't find him attractive, or whatever he was doing in there to try to get her attention.
Yeah,
she was
she
alone
was like,
so she came back to me, and he took the ugly girl back. That's the story.
Why did I think this was going to be a story about you and not treating women like playthings? Okay, all right. What's my see? You got me on. All right. Oh, okay. So I'll give you my examples first, but my question to you is, what words or terms do you wish social media never got a hold of? My ones are demure, narcissistic, diabolical, and big back. If I hear one of those things one more time, I am deleting my Instagram, because all of these things, with the exception of big back, that specific combination of words, have been things before social media.
Mine's is ops.
Okay.
Like, it took me a while to figure out what ops meant. I thought it was
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was short for, like, I thought it was short for cops, you know, the scene from the cop and his MPs. That's what I thought it was.
Okay.
You know, but somebody was like, nah, it's opposition. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know. You know, and I heard Little Dirt was the first person to ever say it. You know, I'm not really a fan of his. Let me see. Another word is that that girl that be making that spitting sound. I'm not gonna do it because
the Hawk Tour girl.
Yeah,
which also that's always been a thing. Why she was getting like deals for that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like that. Like, I hate that. I hate people. Oh, somebody making a video of her and I hear that sound. I hate that.
You're right.
See,
I have also fun fact. I have a thing about spit. Even my own. I could be brushing my teeth and a little bit drop, like, I can't finish. So yeah, so what that Hawk Tour thing, I was like, delete, like swipe. So yeah, I feel you on that one.
All right. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it.
Okay. You know? All right. So I vote to get rid of all these words, because not everything is diabolical. People don't even know what demure means. And then, like I said, I'm tired of big back.
I was gonna ask you what it meant when you said it.
So first of all, I had to look it up, right? And I've heard it before, but I just never cared enough to look it up because I don't have to, and I never had to use it. Apparently, it means modesty, so people are using it incorrectly. So they're making it seem like it's like they think it's mindful or like something else, and I'm just like, no, it means modest and like conservative. That's what it means. I remember seeing and you remember The Nanny, the show?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember Fran said it in that, and that was out in the 90s. So I'm like, demure has been a word. And it makes perfect sense when you consider who how her character was. She was super loud and like, you know, a little bit unorthodox, and so she's like, I'm trying to be, and she's like, I'm just, you know, like, so it made sense there, but it had nothing to do with mindfulness. Whatever. So people,
they always doing that.
Yeah.
They did the word simp, you know. They took a word that meant a fake pimp, you know, and to make it to an incel, a guy that can't.
I didn't even know that's what that was.
Yeah. It originally meant fake pimp, you know.
I had no idea. I knew what sympathy was. I don't think it's the same.
All right. Is it crazy for a woman to fly a man out?
To who?
Fly a man out. Is it crazy for a woman to fly a man out?
If you got it like that, it's crazy for me to do it with my broke ass.
The Angel Reese, the basketball WNBA player, she made a video saying she would never do nothing like that, and you know she made. I like I said, you want to be equal. Y'all want to be equal.
No,
like men fly women out. Men fly women out.
This
so
that should be
fly us out, man.
Why are you hell bent?
Fly us out.
Why are you hell bent on making women suffer for shit that you created?
They want equality now, though, right?
No, we want equality as far as stop treating us like shit and like we can't do the same things you can do, if not better. That's what equality is.
So do that better. Fly us out. Fly us out better than we doing y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll fly a man out when he can have a baby for me. Then we could be equal.
So with science today, that's probably possible.
Okay. Well, when that could happen, I mean, you never know, honestly. But
Yeah. Do women feel entitled to have men pay or buy for things?
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't.
Yeah.
So I can't speak for.
Never had a friend be like, "Yo, he gotta come pay my rent," or he gotta.
No, not pay rent. I have a friend who feels that her money should. She never said these words, so I don't want to put words in her mouth. But this is what I've gathered: that her money should be her money, and his money should be her money.
That's up here. Don't worry, I'm getting to that.
Okay, but the funny thing is though, she makes a lot of money. So if she's with somebody who's equally yoked with her, and makes more, then that's totally fine. She just knows what type of men she can't date, which is men that make less than her.
Yeah, that's what you just said. Women have a saying: "His money is my money, and my money is my money." So, like, you really think that's fair though?
If you in the relationship feel it's fair, then it's fair. It's not fair because that's not what you would want. I think that if that is what you agree on, then it's fair.
Yeah, and like this is why a lot of women are single, because they think like that though.
I you know, that's unfortunate considering we didn't set this up. And actually a lot of women are single for a lot of different reasons. Yeah. And that's not necessarily one of them. But okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I've told you how I feel. I feel that regardless of what position you play in the relationship, whether you're a man or a woman, I feel like if you contribute way more than the other person doesn't have the right to, but feels entitled to be able to do things that are not okay, right? So it's not my style. And even if that setup was offered to me, I wouldn't like it. I just don't trust it. Yeah. But there's some people that are perfectly fine with that. And like that, if it works for your relationship, it works for your relationship.
Yeah. I don't think it's fair. I think, like I say, I want equality. So let's really be equal. Like,
so I want you to answer this question without saying y'all. Because I'm going to just take accountability. Why do you feel it's unfair? You as a person, without including us.
I think it's unfair because we men been doing it for a long time. Even me, myself included, been doing it a long time, taking care of women and stuff like that, providing and stuff like that, and it never got us nowhere.
It never got you anywhere.
Yeah, it never got us nowhere.
I'm gonna cut you off right there. The only reason you want this is because you want to get us back. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh,
so that's why I'm like, I need you to explain this within yourself. I told you why I feel that I don't want that to be the case, because people in general don't really act the best all the time when they have the upper hand. But it's a people thing. I never said men. Women do it too. So I'm just saying. But I will say this. You said, I forgot, I lost my train of thought, but you said something that,
what, just now?
Yeah.
Equality?
Yeah. Oh, you said it never got y'all anywhere. There's two things to that. Are we talking about randos or are we talking about partners?
I'm talking about, trying to meet somebody and to be a partner. Yeah.
So they're not your partner yet. You're talking about when you first meet somebody.
Either or.
Okay, well, I'll start with when you're just meeting someone. People in general have this issue, but since we're talking about men and how they feel about spending money on things, you guys are terrible at picking the right people. What I mean by that is you will go for specific people, specific women, and the reality is you should not have done that with that woman. You should have vetted her. You should have acknowledged the environment that you met her in, acknowledged her history, acknowledged all these different things before you decide to pay for everything, before you decide to do these things. So when you do stuff like that with the wrong person, that's a you thing. You shouldn't have done that. Also, you always, men, I don't want to say always, so excuse me. A lot of time men look at our interactions as transactional. Y'all are doing it because you want something back. You're not doing it because, oh, let me just get to know her and hopefully we can both contribute to each other. You're doing it because you want some ass. Let's just say what it is, right? And if a relationship sprouts from that, then sure, I guess, but y'all are reluctant to that too. Now we're talking about partners. What you get out of providing for a woman is, if you chose the right partner, is someone who raises your kids, because y'all don't really do that. You go and make the money and then come home. And this is a historical thing. You come home and say, okay, well, I worked for the day. And then the wife is supposed to, even though she may have worked all day, she came home from work, and now she's cooking, she's doing all these things. So you get a nanny, you get a cook, you get a maid, you get someone, you get a sex slave, you get all these things when you do those things. So when you say you never got anything out of it, sounds to me like you picked the wrong people, and or you don't acknowledge a woman's value based off of anything other than going 50-50 with you. And you need to delve into that with yourself.
No, I think women should take care of men more. Like, that's it. That's it. And that's it. Take care of men more. You have to be
take care of men more.
Yes.
So do more than cook, clean, take care of the kids, and give
like,
fellatio. So what more is there?
Take us shopping. Take us shopping. Take us on trips.
Like, you're joking, right?
Take us on trips.
You're joking, right?
Take us on trips, right?
So you're not joking. I need to know, because it depends on how much. I don't know what I need to say to you. I want to know if I should giggle or if I need to go in on your.
We do it for them, like, so buy us cars, take us on trips, fly us out.
Then don't do it. Then don't do it. Then if you should never be in a relationship if you feel like you should have that reciprocated back to you. You give to each other in different ways, and sometimes it's not the exact same way.
So if I meet a girl, right, and I pay for the first date, I pay for the second date, pay for the third date. Now we frequently be in company. She never paid for nothing.
Okay.
All right, but she's a nice person. She may clean the house. She never paid for nothing, but she may clean the house. She may cook or something like that. Should I leave her because she's not spending no money, but she doing stuff around the house?
I mean, that's the you decision. If that's gonna bother you, then you.
That's basically what you're trying to say just now, though, right?
No. What I was saying was, first of all, if you don't feel that you can appreciate a woman what she offers or doesn't offer, then you shouldn't be there. Don't waste her time. That's number one. And I feel like that goes both ways. But what I was saying specifically was, we are two completely different entities. The only thing we have in common is that we're human, right? So we offer different things. You don't have to, for example, the biggest one, you don't carry a baby for 9 months. You ejaculate once and it's done. So if I want to sit on my ass for 9 months straight and not do shit and tell you to go get ice cream at a random time, considering you haven't done shit from conception until birth, you fucking do it.
Yeah, we doing stuff. We putting cribs together. We putting baby rooms.
Okay.
We buying clothes and diapers and stuff.
It's not just you buying them. That's number one. Are we also consider
your feet up? You said you laying down and you sit in your butt for 9 months.
I'm sure at some point the woman had money, right? You're not just because most of y'all don't even make enough money to pay for us to stay home for 9 months. Let's be clear on that too. At least in this society, in this day and age.
Yeah. We're just talking about that.
Yeah. So more so what I'm getting at is we offer different things, and it just is what it is. I think the problem is y'all misunderstand what equality means. What we mean is treat me as your equal. I am not less than you. I'm also not better than you. We are both equal individuals, and we offer different things. That is all we're asking for.
And all we asking for is you gotta spend some of your money. That's it. Simple.
I'm sorry. Don't you know broke people, right? I bet you they living with some girl that's paying rent. That's how we spend our money.
Like that.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of them.
That's up there. That's up here. It says, I got up here. Is it the men who hustle, who are highly valued, and who are simps? So we'll just explain what simps meant. Dudes that can't get a girl. Yes, and I think so. I think it is so because
it's their fault for what?
Women act the way they do right now.
You think they're?
Yes, because
I'm gonna need you.
No, hustlers like drug dealers. We had a conversation like 2-3 podcasts ago about strip clubs.
Okay,
and I had a girl say, "Where the drug dealers at?" Because a drug dealer would have money and he could split it, and the next day he could make the money back again.
Yeah.
a guy with a job got to save that money up
Yes.
for that time.
Mhm.
On that, you know. So yes, drug dealers doing stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know, splurging, taking girls. I seen a video of a rapper the other day. He had about 5 women with him.
Mhm.
He took them all luxury shopping, like for Louis Vuitton and stuff like that.
Okay. So
No.
what's the question?
No. So the question is the reason why the women are like this is because people are hustling, highlighting men, and
No,
simps.
the reason women are like this is because history. Why do you?
No, look.
Men have always taken care of women,
Yes.
and now because we're telling you if you can't do it, don't waste my time. It's a problem.
It's a problem. Yes. It's
Why?
a
But
problem.
that's always been the case.
Why
Why is it a
problem?
problem today?
Yes, because it's only a certain amount of people that fit that criteria that they're looking for.
And that's fine.
Right.
If she don't want to waste her
Yes,
time on
yes.
you, then she'll.
That's
It's one thing if she's
no.
stealing from you or
No.
something, right? But if
Yeah.
I feel that I only want a man, I'll just say hypothetically, if I only want a man with a PhD, what's wrong with that?
No,
Then
nothing wrong with that. But if a guy's broke and then he hit the lottery and then you in his face, that says something.
It says something about the cousins and random uncles that come out of the
Yeah, I'm
woodwork,
talking about a female that didn't like to do it before. He paid X out ahead of time.
I'm talking about fathers who didn't like the kid before and they popped up because now he's an NBA player.
That's true too. But it's not the same as men and women. Okay, it's not the same as women and women. All right, women not paying for stuff is a problem.
Why is it a problem?
It's a problem because I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Why is it a problem? Right. A guy took his girl. It's a video out. Right. The guy took his girl on a date. Right. He gets stopped asking one of those dumb questions by one of those people that do content. So he asks him, "How much money in your bank account?" The guy happy. He like, I got like $3 grand.
Oh, she had a lot more.
She had 80 grand.
Yeah.
In her account.
So and that was the problem.
So he like, yo, I just paid $400 for dinner and all this.
This is
like, you're supposed to. He's like, you could have paid for this. It's still been good. I could have had my money. You know? Come on.
This is what I'm saying. It's a problem if it's a problem for you. There are men who have no problem with providing in that way. So if that's what you want as a woman, what's wrong with her going for that?
No, he broke up with her right there.
Okay,
I hope he really did break up with her. But it's just
so that was so cool. So that wasn't something he agreed with. So he moved on. What I'm saying is, if you have a problem with this, because hey, I told you have issues with women. But aside from that, and then it's time for
a woman.
Do you like it when white people say I have a black friend? Are you one of those people that says, "Oh, well, he's good"? Then do you do that? Because it sounds like you do. Based on my response,
my best friend's a woman. Saying,
I have a black friend. That's what you sound like. I just want to throw that out there. It's not looking too good.
No, you're funny.
I'm being honest with you. You're clearly one of those people that's just like, oh, well, he's fine because his friend is black. He didn't mean that. He didn't mean to be racist. No, this is what I'm saying. Sounds like you have an issue with this because you can't do it. And that's okay. I can't either. And that's okay. But, just move on to somebody who's not wanting that.
When you my water out, when you said that, I got nothing to do with none of that. All right? Got nothing to do with
so you can provide for a woman Birkin bags and all those things that she wants. You can do that.
If I was to do illegal shit, yes. But like
no, I'm not saying you was to.
No.
So it sounds like that is the problem.
But you saying like if I had it, I would still do that. No, I would never. I would never trick even if I got it. I'm not doing that. Okay. Because like I said, it defeats the purpose.
What's
like
the purpose?
I just said it. I just said it defeats the purpose. If a girl don't like you now, and then you get some money.
I'm not talking. No, that's ignorant. Regardless, you should never be messing with people. I don't care what the situation is. You should be messing with people that are conditional. So we're not talking about that. I'm talking about someone who says, these are my requirements. It's just really not fair, I feel, that when you say, oh, well, you're crazy for wanting that. Especially when we are from a culture and we're surrounded by cultures who have always done that. If she just came out of the clear blue sky and we had never heard of this before in our lives, that would be weird.
Oh no, if she make her like, yo, I like this, you gotta do this. The person gotta decide if he's gonna do it or not. And
you talked about this in a negative way about women, how you don't respect women who do that.
I don't.
You don't respect the one with standards, and that says that you just don't.
That's not standards.
That's not a standard. A standard isn't.
That's
My standard is someone who can at least do what I do. If you can't at least do what I do, I'm not paying for your portion of vacation. I'm not, unless it's a birthday trip and I am treating you, I'm not doing those things. I'm not contributing in that way. That is not my job as a woman. It's not something I want to set up for myself. We can at least go 50-50. If you want to go more than that, fine. But I told you it's always going to be somewhat medium because I don't like somebody to have the upper hand over me. So that being said, you do be shitting on women that have standards, and especially when those standards don't fit you in them. You take it a little personal.
No, you're not. I don't take it personal. I don't take it personal at all. One, okay.
You literally, in that example, you took that shit personal.
No, they're not.
Your feelings were hurt. We talked about this.
They're not.
You said, "How dare she walk by me and say where the drug dealer's at?" You were upset. That shit hurt you. If that was 4 years ago, that shit hurt you to your core to bring that shit up again 4 years later. I'm just saying.
Listen.
You gotta look in the mirror.
It was disrespectful. It
wasn't disrespectful.
Yes, it was.
It's not disrespectful to say, I am going to find some. I need you to understand. Strippers are like car salesmen. If they don't feel that you can actually get them a certain level of commission, you're not going to waste their time.
Women's standards are stupid. Okay, period. Okay, like look, that statement right there. She preferred drug dealers, right? Now she got a drug dealer.
You must have really insightful conversations with your daughter.
But she got that. Look, she was a drug dealer, right? Now she with this drug dealer, right?
She was a stripper.
Listen.
Oh my God.
I'm not talking about strippers. I'm talking about her being a woman, and this woman wanted to be with a drug dealer, right?
She wanted the money.
I know that. I'm just saying.
This was survival.
I'm just using this as an example.
Why you can't use it if it's survival? That is her job. Because then I'm gonna need you to also hold that car salesman that will look you up and down, say he has a hoodie on. I don't know if I want to try to sell him a Lamborghini because he can't afford it, and he's making an assumption. I need you to hold him just as accountable as this woman. Because that's what you do when you're trying to make money off of
that's basically the same thing. Yeah.
Yes, it is the exact same thing. So he said, I'm going to go to the drug dealer. I would too. As long as the check clears, he's going to get arrested later, but my money cleared.
Listen, women, we talking about men. The question was, is the world, is society the way it is right now with women because of hustlers, high value men, and simps, okay? Now hustlers. Now we don't talk about hustlers and drug dealers.
No.
Now they want this drug dealer. They get him. Okay. Now they got a good life. They maybe traveling, Louis Vuitton, eating steaks.
Okay.
Hibachi.
So
hold on. Eating hibachi. Now he go to jail. Right.
Okay.
Now she with another dude. He looks stupid now because now she left him because he not around. You know how he got pregnant by another dude or something like that. You know. Like, same thing with her. Now, she with this dude now. She could have been roped up into that. Now, the cops came to get him. Maybe she came and arrested her too and say, yo, you a part of this. It's that you delivered this package this day.
Okay.
I didn't know what was in the package. It don't matter you didn't know what was in the package. You know? So I'm saying, like, so now that's bad, okay? A high value man. Look what Diddy. Diddy's a high value man. Look what he's doing. Okay. Yeah. Imagine other celebrities like him that have been doing stuff like that.
Yeah, you can get with a high value man that doesn't drag you across hotel floors.
But I'm saying it's the chances of you getting the good one and not the bad one. And so this is my point.
Everybody takes chances and you learn from them and you try to do better the next time. Why are we being crucified for this?
Look at simps. You got simps now, right?
Okay.
A simp.
You mean nice men?
No, a simp will. Because he can't get a girl and he's so obsessed with porn and stuff like that.
Wait, is that what that means?
Listen,
no, I'm trying to understand. Is that what that means?
A simp is a guy that will get taken advantage by a woman. Now, let me finish my statement. A simp that can't get a girl will go online to this girl OnlyFans and give her 50 grand.
Okay.
You know, by paying for all her pictures that she sent, because you know, like that's a simp. Like now, 50 grand of your money is gone. Like, 50 grand of your money is gone. You never touched it.
Well, I'm trying to understand the point. You're saying that they're the reason why women are the way they are today.
Yes, because they spoiled them. They spoiled them.
But you're making this thing that is this is why I keep repeating it, because you're not getting it. This was always the case. They didn't do that this year.
Yes, it is.
Y'all were always doing shit like that. Y'all were buying us homes. You were buying cattle for us. You were doing a whole bunch of shit, and now it's a problem. This isn't new. It has nothing to do with simps and drug dealers. Before there were drug dealers, y'all were putting up a lot of money in some of your best stuff for us. We were always property. That is what I'm saying. That is still in our culture. It's not the exact same way. You're not selling cattle, but that's my point.
Now you know the difference from back then and now?
What's the difference?
Difference that now is the women controls it. That's the problem.
We don't control
it's
that.
Not control it. It's you control it.
I can't make you spend money, sir. Unless I rob you, I cannot make you spend money. Y'all choose to do that shit.
Yes.
When you think you're gonna get when you think you're gonna get sex out of something, you say, all right, I'm gonna spend it on her. I'm gonna do this real quick. So that's what I'm saying. We don't control anything. You decide that you want to spend your money and you want to buy OnlyFans photos and you want to put yourself.
But look what's happening. Look what happened to the women that's getting it. Like I seen a video of I seen a video of a day that's like, oh, just because you get a BBL don't mean that you're gonna get a high value man.
Okay.
But if you look at most dudes that's online, celebrities, like that, and especially in the black culture, all they girls got huge butts. Huge butts. They all got BBLs.
Okay. You know a lot of Hispanic women do too, right? You've been to Brazil? You know Brazil has the highest number of plastic surgery in the world?
Yeah, you live there and all that. And it's cheap. Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not cheap.
I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is, first of all, because you know I get sensitive when you say black people. We aren't the only ones getting BBLs.
Women control it. Women control it now. Before it was us tricking, and the woman just happy, and she may be so loyal. You can spend $100 grand on a girl right now, and she still won't be loyal to you.
That's your choice, though. We didn't control it. We didn't make you do that. Unless she put a gun to your head, we didn't make you do shit. That's what I'm saying. Stop saying we control it. We made you do this. Y'all, something that y'all lack as a group is accountability. Why did you spend the money? Oh, well, you know, I thought maybe. Oh, well, that was your dumbass fault for thinking it.
No, I heard you.
Having me stressed.
I'm having you stressed. You got yourself stressed.
No, because y'all just as a group just on the same crazy ass page.
Okay. Next question, all right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion? What's your opinion on the reason we need a mother and father in the household?
I mean, if they're both wonderful people and neither one is toxic, I think that's beneficial.
Yeah. I think we need mothers and fathers in every household, you know, and this is why society is the way it is now. Because like the father and the mother both teach the child something. Yeah. The father, say he's a boy, teach the son masculinity, how to be a man, then he also get to learn from his mother how to treat a person, especially women, you know, how to understand them, you know, how to act around them. Stuff that how to act in front of groups, that, you know, she may teach him how to cook, you know, for his woman, you know, when you get a woman, you know, stuff like that, or feed himself, you know, teach him how to do laundry. Like the mother would do those things, but the father would teach him how to fish. She teach him how to hunt. He teach him technology.
It's so sexist.
No, I'm saying like it's different things a father could teach him. Like a mother could teach a boy how to hunt, but is she really gonna sit in that forest and fish? Like same like
I don't see y'all doing that either. I'm just saying, but continue.
Nah, I know my neighbor. He had 3 kids of his own, and the rest of the kids in the house was from another thing. He also had kids with other women too, but the other kids in the house wasn't his stepfather. You know that. He took his kids fishing plenty of times.
I'm just saying it doesn't happen the same way it used to.
Yeah, you know exactly. That's the point. But like,
no, it's because y'all don't know how to. That's what I was getting at.
Nah, I know how to fish.
I'm just saying the men that knew how to do those things, how to change a tire, how to do plumbing,
keep their car running themselves.
Yeah, the number of y'all that can do that at this point is definitely but also I will be fair, the amount of women who know how to sew has definitely is plummeted too. I'm one of them. So that being said, I will put emphasis on, I think both are, I think, and this is what I want to ask you, because I feel like we have to be clear on this, right? Do you mean, regardless of the situation, the mother and the father need to be in the house? Because I would venture to say that if you're going to have a single parent, because the other parent was a problem, you're going to have a much better product with that kid if you cut that toxic into.
That's my good family household.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then I feel
like for example, like you say you don't know how to sew. My mother taught me how to sew. You know, by needle and by the machine.
Yeah, my mom tried. I didn't catch on.
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. Like a mother would teach a child, like I'm a boy. Like she still taught me how to sew my clothes together.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like a mother and father being in the household teaches things now. And if a father not in the household, he's not learning these. The boy not learning these traits unless the mother teach him. Oh, well, cousins. I had a lot of cousins, so and they was always around. So I go, and I always was violent. So I fought a lot. So I never had like no femininity around like that. It was always masculine energy.
Right.
You know, but picture is a boy got nothing but sisters and no men around. You know, no male cousins. You know, only men he sees probably the neighbors or stuff like that, or kids at school. You know, see like how will he grow up? And I was editing a video the other day, and I was telling him about my a gay friend I had, and he was like, I always wondered if I wasn't molested, would I like girls? He said I would never know that. I would never know if I would have liked girls if this didn't happen to me. You know that. You know, and I thought that was very deep of him to even say that. You know, what you guys say?
About which part? Because that took a turn.
No, it's the same topic, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think emphasis on a mother and a father in the house is not very necessary. I think as long as you have both figures in your life, that's helpful. If it's a grandparent, if it's an uncle, if it's an aunt, a really close friend, I think because, you know, it takes a village. And sometimes, because I will say, we're assuming that the father or the mother is going to teach those things or know those things or be good at those things. They can have the kindest heart, but really not have some of the tools as a person to teach certain things to their kids. So that's when you bring in like other people. So I don't think necessarily a mother and a father is required. I think a good combination of all those things based off like from, or not based off, from anybody that's available and trustworthy in the family is necessary. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I brought that dude up because, like, you wonder why I need some context. I brought him up because he didn't have a father in the household. He was raised by his mother, and he had an older brother. And the older brother friend is the one that did that to him. So I was.
So it was a man or a woman?
A man. His brother's older, and he was still a man, but like he don't have a view of what a father would see or a father. So his father probably would have been like, "Yo, get that I don't like that boy right there." Like,
I mean,
you know,
it could be, but there's also people that get molested in households when they have both parents there.
That's
so it's really
too, by the uncle or something like that.
It's really hard to, or a friend, or some people get molested by siblings. So, you know, it's really hard to say. But, you know, like I said, I genuinely feel like having a good having good role models, and bless you, having good role models in general, I think is good. And I'll even say this. I think society likes to shit on people who don't have a certain gender in their life at all. I think you can come out just fine without having a certain gender in your life. Like, let me put it this way. I don't think having a man or a woman in your life is going to determine how you come out as a human being. We have a lot of people around us. We have a lot of things. We have television. We have teachers. We have a lot of things and ways that we can see. I think as long as you're raising a good person, that's really all that matters.
Yeah, but if you look at groups, for example, like families with single families, like like I was raised by my mother. I got an older brother. I got a younger sister.
Okay.
My mother don't depend on no two for nothing. She only depends on you for everything.
Yeah,
depends on me for everything. She would not ask them like
because you're the reliable one.
Exactly.
Every household has that though.
Yeah.
Any household with more than one kid.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, but there's always someone that's just like we always say. There's always one dud in the family. I hate to go. So there's always going to be someone that the other person the parent can rely on, and that sucks too because you know that's not what you're there for.
Yeah, like I know somebody. They was married. They had I think 10 kids. They had 10 kids, and their kids went into foster care at like some of the kids was like teenagers when they went to foster care. You know, so when they went to foster care, they was only there for like 2 years.
Okay.
You know, then they got sent back to the parents. But the rest of the kids was raised in like foster care. Like out of all of them fucked up. Like literally every last
foster care would do that.
Every last one of them was fucked up in a way. They got jobs and stuff like that, but as in like common sense, they don't all have that. Yeah, no, they don't all have that. Like their father was dead.
Yeah.
You know, the mother was there. Like my uncle was a very good man. Like I love that man to death. Like you know,
he didn't have the tools.
Yeah. Like he's one of those dudes I told you about. I was like now saying like all my uncles wore the same jumpsuit from work. Like that was him. Like he wore the same
Julius
jumpsuit.
from
He would have
like actress.
wear that jumpsuit every day, man. I never seen that dude in regular clothes.
He said, I'm a working man.
Yeah, that's
okay. Yeah, no, I mean that really foster care will do that. Unfortunately, and then also not having the guidance, right? Like, I don't care what your family dynamics is, as long as someone is teaching you right from wrong, how to treat people, how to stand up for yourself. It's just a list of things that you should be that kids should be taught to grow into functioning adults. And I don't care who it comes from. It can come from the damn mailman. You know, like that's where I stand.
Yeah, and I was wrong. All the kids is not fucked up. 2 of them was good.
Two out of 10.
Yeah, those are 2 that don't have the same. They like, it's not his father.
Oh.
You know? So they got different fathers with the same mother. You know?
Okay.
Those 2 are good.
Those 2 had the same father, just separate from the other 8.
The 2 that got different fathers. They both got different fathers. So
okay,
so she got 3 baby.
Okay.
3 baby daddies. You know. So
3 fathers.
Yeah. So 3 fathers and
3 baby daddies. Damn.
Yeah.
Push it up a little bit. You should make us sound crazy. All right, cool.
But yeah, and like the 2 that got different fathers, 2 of them got different fathers, they good, you know, regular established, regular people, you know. The other ones, they
that's
twisted.
crazy. That sucks.
They twisted, yeah.
That really sucks.
All right.
So you know Michael Rubin, right?
Yeah.
He recently said on the Breakfast Club. You heard what he said?
No.
Okay. So apparently he hangs around with a lot of Black people.
I see that.
Yeah. So he said that, and these aren't his exact words, but this is ultimately what he said. He said he does not like or agree with the crabs in the barrel mentality that Black people have. So that was me paraphrasing. To get a little bit closer to what he said it's his understanding in the Black culture, we tear each other down. And although some of that may not be totally wrong.
It's wrong for him saying it?
As a white man, not being Black.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It was like, you don't have to say that. You don't have the right to say it. And you just generalize the hell out of us, because there's a lot of us that don't do that. And there's also, and what he didn't get into was the history of why that's the case. So that really bothered me. And then, I mean, I said he was on the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne was like, look, he didn't say anything that was wrong, incorrect. And I'm like, you can say things that are accurate and keep them to yourself.
But Charlamagne would jump on any Black dude back. Why he didn't jump on that white man back? You know?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Charlamagne,
he sometimes he attacks certain people. Like, you know, some white people do attack Post Malone. Like, he hate Post Malone for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, he hate Post Malone.
Okay. Yeah, no, there's definitely been some interviews where I feel like he could have given them different energy. He could have gone in on them and he didn't. I don't know. I don't want to assume what the reason is, because there's also, you know, Candace Owens, right? And the interview she had with the Breakfast Club, I feel like he did not go in on her the way that he could have or should have. To which my response is, and she's Black, so to which my response is, does he just not feel like it some days, or does he pick and choose? Like, I don't really know. Yeah, they asked her, like, what do you bring into the they were asking her like Black quiz questions at the end. And one of the questions was, how do you finish the statement, God is good? And she was like, amen. And then you know how that's supposed to end, right? Yeah, all the time. Like, right, exactly.
All the time, yeah.
She got, and they were like, you got that wrong. But anyway, in that interview, I feel like they could have definitely gone in on her the way they do with other people, and I feel like they did not do that. And she, of all people, needed that. I feel like he's had some Republicans show up and not give them the same energy as other Republicans.
I agree.
So but I'll say, like, I can't figure out where he's coming from, because it's almost like inconsistent, right? It's not like he only does it with white people. It's not like he only does it with Black people. He switches back and forth. So I'm like, I don't know if I can call him. I don't know if there's anything to call him other than sometimes he just don't be feeling like giving that kind of energy, which I would need you to be consistent.
He a flip flopper.
Yeah. So, anyway,
I totally agree with you.
Okay. Yeah, but it definitely bothered me. There was people calling up saying, you know, he wasn't wrong. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about understanding that don't speak on what's going on in my house. And you have never lived in this house.
Yeah. You also, like you said, Jennifer, because I was basically saying the same thing earlier, and you know, but it's white man saying it. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is.
And it make us look bad because
Right.
it seems like we don't know that, but we actually do. We actually do know that. You know,
Yeah.
but
And it's not.
we're not
sorry.
fixing it.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can only fix it as you, right? So we can't. It's not a group thing to fix. It's to you as an individual. I decide I'm not going to do this, and hopefully, as time goes on, we get better at it. But we have to remember there's a history. There's a reason why. For Black people, there have always been limited resources, and we fight for them and tear each other down and do. It's not as simple as, just picking on each other or talking shit. It comes from something.
Yes.
And I just felt like if you're gonna say that and be so ignorant as to say that, I'm gonna need you to come with all the facts and not just say, why would you want to tear each other down? I think that's crazy and that's wrong to do that in your culture. But I'm not speaking on something Jewish people should do because it's not my house. I don't know shit about Jewish people.
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
At least in that type of, in that regard. So, all right, so we agreed on that. So that wasn't a long question like I thought it would be. All right, cool.
Thank you for watching Uncomfortable Podcast. This conversation is very informational and fun.
And intense.
Yes.
Because he had me ready to fight.
She always want to fight me, But thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Thank you.